What do you know about ADHD?
To be honest, absolutely nothing.
It's an attention disorder.
I've heard of it.
Not a follow.
No, I don't know the.
I wouldn't say I know a huge deal. I know that there's quite a lot of people who suffer from it.
I don't think so.
I know that lots of adults with it usually don't get diagnosed at all.
Do you know any symptoms of people that have ADHD?
Struggle with sleep and like loss of confidence, I guess. Hyper-focusing.
I'm not really good on that aspect.
Like difficulty concentrating on things, fidgeting. Well, it's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
My name's India, I'm 17 and I'm in the process of being diagnosed with ADHD.
Hi, my name's Lou and I have undiagnosed ADHD.
Hi everyone, my name's Nadine and I have a daughter who's diagnosed with ADHD.
How did you discover you have ADHD? So my mum always thought I was neurodivergent, but she didn't really do anything about it because I wasn't really impacting everyone else in the classroom. Like I wasn't acting out as say like boys would. So no one really did anything about it because no one knew I was like struggling with it. But then I started to learn more about what ADHD actually is. Like it's not actually just a short attention span. So then I learned more about symptoms and I went to my mum and I was like, I think I might have ADHD. And she was like, I think you do too.
I don't know that I have it, but I do believe that I have. It's undiagnosed purely because of what friends and colleagues, family members have said to me. But they've noticed it more than me, my difficulties and struggles that I have in certain areas.
Could you explain your daughter's ADHD?
Yeah, so ADHD tends to be categorised in 3 different ways. ADHD, hyperactive prominent, inattentive prominent and a combination of both. So my daughter was actually diagnosed with inattentive prominent ADHD.
ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a condition that affects people's behaviour. ADHD affects 2.5% of adults and 5% of children and teenagers worldwide.
What are the biggest struggles that you have with ADHD? Procrastination is a big one. This is going to sound so great, but if I have a shower, I need to have a shower. Everyone needs to shower every day. But if I know I need to have a shower, it's also a kind of ADHD paralysis. So like I know I need to get in the shower, but if I get in the shower, then I'll have to tidy my room because I don't want to come back to a messy room after the shower. And then after my shower, I'm going to have to do my skincare and bleach out my hair and get my pyjamas and stuff like that. So it's just like I'm just laying there like for hours, just like I need to get in the shower, I need to get in the shower, I need to get in the shower. Oh my god, it's like 7:30 now and I'm still not going in the shower, and then it's just like slowly takes ages. So I'd say procrastination with schoolwork and everyday life, and ADHD paralysis. With my ADHD, I have sensory issues as well. Yeah, I struggle with sensory issues. It's just everything's so loud, everything's too bright. I can only hear like everyone chatting, but it's like amplified. It's like someone's got a speaker and it's just like vibrating in your brain.
So yeah, it does at times affect me because I find it hard to relax. I find it hard to switch off. So like my mind's going all the time and then I end up really tired. I overthink things a lot. But because I've got quite a bubbly personality, I think I kind of mask a lot as well. So deep down, actually, I'm quite sensitive and I'm an overthinker and all of the above.
Does your daughter struggle with her ADHD a lot?
Massively, yeah. She will mind wander. She finds it really difficult to keep focused on tasks for long periods of time. She's also got low working memory, so she finds it really hard to hold information in her head for long periods of time as well. So especially with things like English or reading, she'll read a page and then get to the bottom and not know what she's read. So she really, really struggles, especially academically. Yeah.
People with ADHD, especially girls, struggle with over and under stimulation massively, especially in social situations. Girls experience these symptoms more due to it being part of the inattentive side of things. Overstimulation can feel like you're extremely irritated. When you experience overstimulation, you can become unable to hear or focus on background sounds. Understimulation can cause a person to feel bored, tired, unmotivated or irritated. This is very common for people with ADHD.
There's like two types of ADHD, isn't there? There's like hyperactivity and inattentive. I think I had both. So the only way I can explain like hyperactiveness is like there's a buzzing in your blood. There's like I can just feel buzzing in my blood. So when I'm sat in lesson and there's something I really struggle with, and I'm bored, and I can just feel buzzing in my blood, but nobody else can feel it, if you know what I mean. So everyone else I'm just like, feel like I need to move, I need to get up, like I'm like, everyone else is surely feeling like this is so boring, right? But then I'm like fidgeting or whatever, and I'm looking around like, trying to see if anyone else feels the buzzing in their blood, but nobody else is feeling the buzzing in their blood, it's just me. So then I get really self-conscious, I'm like, oh no, I'm acting weird, everyone can tell that like, this is, like everyone can tell that I'm like, weird, if you know what I mean.
How is being a child of ADHD?
So it was difficult. I didn't really I was struggling with friendships a lot. I used to be really, really overly emotional, and I would just cry at everything. And it would be over the smallest thing, and I would just feel like I would be about to cry if somebody said something. So I don't think I could process my emotions very well.
There are times when, because of the emotional dysregulation that comes with ADHD, she will have a massive meltdown over something very small, but she will go to a different level, crying hysterically, that kind of thing, when she just gets overwhelmed with everything,
Like if I look back on myself as a child, if I saw myself as a child now, I'd find them so annoying. But at that time I just didn't understand fully. Like I didn't understand other people, I didn't really understand myself, I didn't understand that I thought differently to everybody else, and that's why everyone thought I was weird or annoying or whatever, because I wasn't thinking the same as they were thinking.
One of the most common symptoms, and what people notice first about others and themselves, includes not being able to concentrate on schoolwork or teachers.
What we're going to be doing today, so if everyone wants to kind of get together, will you listen? Why are you not listening? I've told you loads and loads of times, why are you not listening?
So you mentioned that your daughter shows hyperactive traits, and how is that different in girls and boys?
Well, I think the difference is most girls tend to be more sort of in the inattentive realm of ADHD. So because they're perceived to be sort of the mind wanderers, not paying attention in class, rather than having a lot of disruptive behaviours like having to get up and move, that kind of thing, they're overlooked quite often, whereas boys tend to be more on the sort of hyperactive side of things. So they're constantly disrupting the class, disrupting things at home, making lots of noise or not being able to do any kind of work. So I think they're picked up a lot quicker and often actually labelled as being naughty when people don't really understand what ADHD is and how they can help. But like I said, with girls I think it's more that they're more internal, they get distracted by internal thoughts rather than external noises, that kind of thing. So they are kind of overlooked quite a lot.
The small cases that I knew about tended to be more male, and again it was that kind of naughty boy. I think people understood ADHD to be, it might be just a stereotype, but naughty boys. I don't know anybody growing up who had ADHD that was female.
RSD, have you ever heard of that? Rejection sensitive dysphoria. People like say something to me that's normal. They just say like, no, I'm sorry, I'm working today, I can't go to town. And then I'm thinking, they just made up an excuse, they don't want to hang out with me. Like, they're lying, they hate me, that's my best friend for 5 years, what if they've been talking about me behind my back like my whole life and I don't know? And I just feel it like physically in my body, like I'm about to break down because they said they can't go to town with me. or they can't do something with me.
How is your mental health affected by your ADHD symptoms?
I do suffer with mental health. I do suffer with depression. I do suffer with anxiety.
I have social anxiety, ADHD and low self-esteem. So like, social anxiety is a big one for me because obviously girls tend to mask more.
Masking is when a person with a mental illness, mental disability, or a mental disorder acts in a socially acceptable way to fit in and form better connections with those around them.
This is like an example of social anxiety with ADHD, is people with ADHD take things literally. So someone will tell me a joke and I won't understand if it's a joke or not, and then I'll realise that I've answered them seriously, and then I realise afterwards that they were joking, and then in my mind my anxiety would then be like, oh my god, everyone thinks I'm so weird because I didn't realise that they were joking.
They can develop some kind of anxiety, depression, or mental illness they will have to deal with on top of the struggles they already face on a day-to-day basis. If you think you or someone else struggles with ADHD or any other mental health issues, contact any one of the following organisations. If you're experiencing suicidal thoughts, call 111. If you're experiencing mental health problems, call 0300 304 7000. And finally, if you're looking for a diagnosis of ADHD, please contact your GP. Thank you.